Hello, friends. You are welcome to Anchor Network, where you get updates of things happening around you. I appreciate every one of you that have subscribed to this channel. And if you have not subscribed, I say thank you very much, because I know that at the end of this news, you are going to subscribe. And I want you to press the red button and also the bell icon so that you'll be notified anytime we publish any news. Thank you very much once again. Hello guys, there's something I really want to share with you guys, and I just want us to rub minds together, like I always say. As I was going through some search on online, I stumbled, some pictures, and it caught my attention, and it reflects in me about our culture, where we came from, who we are, the kind of people we are, and how we respect our culture, how we take our culture, and how we have replaced some of our cultures with a civilization and development, which is good. There are some things that you need to really bring in, and something that you need to shed away. There are something you need to leave, some things that you think they are really barbaric, because most of our culture, a lot of things, they are not really too palatable, and that's why you see that people tend to remove and take, and people tend to discard some of our culture. We have good culture, even as Africans, as in Nigerians too. And Nigeria is a blessed country, where we have many tribes, different languages, and all of that. And I think that is one of the things that is not even making us to be more united. We are so tribalistic and all of that. But that is not just where I'm going to. But in our differences, we are so unique. Each tribe is so unique. But when we go outside Nigeria, nobody knows where you come from. Nobody knows whether you are an Igbo. Nobody knows whether you are a Yoruba or a Hausa or Igbo, or Ishekiri, Urobo, as the case may be. We have so many, tribes in Nigeria, and that's why we are so unique. But it's something that is so, worrisome, that a lot of us, we try to, we are ashamed of where we came from. And that is why you see that most of our children these days, most of our youth these days, they can't even speak their language. I could remember when I was growing up, my cousin would like, when we'll be speaking our language, my cousin would be like, no, don't speak our language. Don't let them know that I came from so this thing. Let's just be speaking, English, and let's speak, let's just maintain that English. I was like, what are you up to? What do you really mean? I said, okay, no worries if that's what you want. Then I didn't really understand. I just believed that, because she was so ashamed, of speaking our language. And it went on and on and on like that. But when you see people going outside Nigeria, you will see them, they try to talk down on their culture. They try to discard most of the things that that give them value as a people. Like most of people that, okay, they have really gotten their citizenship outside Nigeria, once they ask them, let me say, for example, they will, let's use a UK for example. They will ask a black man that, where are you from? He will say, I'm a British. Do you know the second question they are going to ask you? They will ask you, where are you from originally? Before they say, okay, I'm from Nigeria, I'm from Ghana, I'm from this. Because, mere looking at your color, you telling them you are a British, or you are British, it sounds somehow, because these people, they have a subtle way of, telling you some things. So, and one thing again I like about this woman, Ngozi Ukojowala. That woman, she's so read, she's well read, and she has gone far and wide. She has been holding a lot of international positions. But anytime you see her, you will see her with that culture. You will see her with that our culture, the way she dresses, and she dresses so simple, with her small bead and with her tangle scarf. She just like, and she most of the style she puts on, she used Ankara fabrics to sew them. But that is why, but you see her that, in irrespective of the conference, irrespective of the meeting, you will see her. She's always with her, Nigerian attire. Ankara, so simple. And even when you hear her speak, when people tell you that this woman, she schooled abroad, or she has been outside the country for a very long time, dealing with other tribes, other countries, and all of that, you would have expected that intonation to change. You will see how she speaks normal. She speaks like a Nigerian. I'm not saying there's anything wrong if you want to change your accent, whatever that is left for you. But our people are so ashamed of where they come from. If you don't speak, that is a Quincy English. They like, oh, this one you are not tush, you are not poch, you are this and that. This one is a local person, and forgetting that the posh English you are speaking is other people's local language, is other people, their tribal language. They are not ashamed of it. When you are not confident of where you come from, it shows a kind of what is it called? I've forgotten that particular word. That means you don't have a self-esteem in you, that I came from so this thing. You speak you speak the way you are, you speak, your language, you speak, your intonation is your identity. If you want to form it, it's a different thing. And if you cannot form it, good and fine. Some people like, oh, your accent is horrible, your pronunciation is this and that, you're this and this and this and that. And some people will come for them. What do you mean? Open your ears. Are you an Indian? Are you from China? Are you a Chinese that you are saying somebody is speaking? What accent do you really want her or him to speak? So when I saw this former prime minister of UK, the way she was, trying to kneel down, greeting the royal family. The royal family, is a culture in their place that you must bow down. You must shift ground. You must, adjust yourself. You can't just, try to, shake them, and and you are standing, irrespective of how old or small that person, in as much as the person is from the royal family. You have to, squat, you have to, do a manner of thing, you have to kneel down. But normally, if you go outside the royal family, you can't see an Englishman that you want to greet and you want to, prostrate, or you want to try to squat. No, they will tell you, no, you don't do that. You are embarrassing me. What do you mean? That I'm not God. They will tell you that is their own way of doing that. You don't do that. But we Africans, once you just see elderly people, irrespective of the color, you just want to, because the thing is in you. And let me clear it. It is, even in Nigeria too, we have a different culture. Everybody, tend to go with their culture. This is an issue of trying to squat, try to prostrate and greet people. That one is really particular to the Southwest, and that is their culture. And anywhere you see them, they don't joke with that. They do it. They give it to you. Even where you are in the midst of timber and caliber of people, they see greet you, they see accord you that respect. And in Igbo land, we have our own culture, different cultures. In Hausa, they have their own culture. But in all of those culture, when you are outside your culture, are you proud of your culture? Do you see your culture as a as a disgrace or embarrassment to you? So that's just what I really want to share with you guys. When I saw the prime minister, I was like shocked that this woman, even with her level of a position, being the prime minister, then when she was greeting the royal family, the queen and all other people in the royal family, she had to squat. She was almost there, almost on the ground. So that is when I know culture is very, very powerful and is very, very strong. So that is just my opinion. I know a lot of people will want to disagree with me or some of the things that I've not been able to say. I would like to hear your opinion too from the comment section. I want to learn from you so that we will all know some things that we don't know together and learn from there. Thank you very much for always listening.